There's a version of the Filipina bedroom that you will never see on a first date, never see in a bar, and never see in her Instagram photos. There are rules, unspoken ones, rules she was raised with, rules her mother drilled into her before she even understood what they meant, rules that would make most Western women laugh or gasp or both. And if you don't understand them, you will misread almost everything that happens once the lights go off. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to understand a side of her that most foreign men never even get close to. Hi, I'm Marian, and on this channel, I tell foreign men the truth about Filipinas that nobody else has the guts to say out loud. Today, we're going somewhere a little more private than usual. 8 bedroom rules. Real ones. The kind that shape how she loves you, how she quietly tests you, and how she decides whether you're worth keeping around for the long run. If you enjoy watching my videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a video in the future. Thanks. Okay. Come a little closer, lower your voice a little, because this is the kind of conversation you have behind closed doors, not out on the street. Let's start with rule number 1. Modesty in public, boldness in private. This one confuses a lot of Western men, and I understand why. You meet her, and she's covered up, soft spoken, almost shy about anything physical. She won't hold your hand too tightly in front of her relatives. She definitely won't kiss you in front of her mother or her titas or anyone from the neighborhood who might be watching from a window. You might start thinking, is she just not that affectionate? Is this culture just more reserved than what I'm used to? Then the door closes and you meet a completely different woman. Confident, warm, playful, nothing like the girl from the family lunch. Picture this. A man I know took his girlfriend to a family gathering in the province, and the whole afternoon she sat quietly beside him, hands folded, barely making eye contact when relatives teased them about marriage. He told me later he actually felt a little disappointed, like maybe the spark wasn't there. Then they got back to their room that night, and he said it was like meeting a different woman entirely. Here's what's happening underneath all of that. In the Philippines, a woman's public behavior is her reputation. It gets discussed. Neighbors talk, aunties talk. Her mother hears about it before she even gets home from the market. So, what you see in public is armor, not personality. What you get behind closed doors, once she trusts you, that's her actual self coming out. Think of it like a shop with the shutters down during the day and the lights blazing at night. Same shop, completely different hours. If you're the kind of man who judged her as cold too early and walked away, you may have lost a woman who was simply protecting her name in front of people who never stopped talking. Trust me, the moment she feels safe with you, that shyness disappears faster than you'd think. Rule number 2. Age does not slow her down, it wakes her up. I specialize in mature and older Filipinas, and let me tell you something, the younger crowd will never admit out loud. A Filipina in her 40s, 50s, even 60s is often far more comfortable in her own skin than she ever was at 25. Younger Filipinas are still figuring out who they are, still nervous, still performing a little bit for whoever happens to be watching. A mature Filipina has already raised her kids, already survived heartbreak, already stopped caring what the neighbors think about her choices. That confidence doesn't stay in the kitchen or the living room. It walks straight into the bedroom with her. She knows her body. She knows what she likes and what she doesn't. She isn't afraid to lead a little, tease a little, laugh at herself if something's clumsy or awkward. I've talked to men who dated a 23-year-old for a year, and felt like they were constantly guessing, constantly managing her moods, constantly wondering what she actually wanted. Then they met a 50-year-old widow or divorcee, and suddenly everything felt easier, warmer, more honest. She told him exactly what she liked instead of leaving him to figure it out through trial and error. If you've only dated younger Filipinas and assumed that's the whole picture, you've been missing the best part of the menu entirely. An older Filipina brings warmth and lived experience together in one package, and honestly, most Western men who try it once never go back to chasing girls half their age. Rule number 3: cleanliness before anything else happens. No exceptions. This one surprises men every single time, especially the ones coming from more relaxed Western dating cultures. Before there is any intimacy, there is a shower, sometimes two, hair combed, teeth brushed, a little perfume, maybe a fresh shirt kept aside just for sleeping in later. It's not vanity. It's respect for herself and for you. In Filipino culture, being dirty or sweaty in an intimate moment is almost shameful, something her mother taught her never to allow, no matter how tired she is. I heard a story once about a man who came straight from a long motorbike ride, dusty, sweaty, exhausted, and just assumed his girlfriend would understand and skip straight to the good part. She quietly excused herself, took a shower, came back smelling like soap and lotion, and gently told him to do the same before anything else happened. He was a little embarrassed, but he told me it actually made him respect her more, not less. So if you're hoping to just fall into bed straight off a long day covered in dust, slow down, rinse off first. Ask her if she wants to freshen up too, and give her the time to do it without rushing her. This small habit, taking care of the body before anything intimate happens, tells her you were raised right, or at least that you respect the ritual she was raised with. Skip it, and she will notice, even if she never says a single word about it. Rule number 4: the lights stay low, and so does the volume. Filipino homes are close together, often with thin walls, sometimes with three generations under one roof. So privacy isn't just a preference here, it's something learned out of pure necessity. A lot of Filipinas grew up learning to be quiet during anything intimate because someone was always nearby, a sibling in the next bed, parents just down the hall, cousins visiting for the week. Here's something no one in the Philippines will say to your face, but I will because I'm a Filipina and I'm tired of watching good men get it wrong. Most Western men who come here fail for the exact same reasons. They move too fast, they lead with their wallet, and they can't tell a woman who truly wants them from a woman who only wants what they can give. So they miss out on the real thing: a warm, loyal, genuine partner, simply because nobody ever told them the truth. I'm Marian. And in How to Make Any Filipina Want You, I give you my honest playbook: the mindset that makes you attractive here, where to meet sincere women, the messages that actually get replies, and how to spot a scam a mile away. Stop guessing. It's all waiting for you in the description or in the pinned comment. Check it out. This strained silence carries into adulthood even when she finally has her own space with you, far away from any of that. Don't mistake her quietness for disinterest or lack of passion. It's discipline built over an entire lifetime, not a lack of feeling. And the lighting, most Filipinas prefer it dim, sometimes almost dark. Not because she's hiding anything from you, but because modesty runs deep and soft light feels safer than a bright bulb exposing everything all at once. A man once told me he kept flipping the light on because he wanted to actually see her, and every single time she quietly reached over and turned it back off, he thought she didn't like being looked at. It wasn't that at all, it was simply what felt normal and safe to her. If you want her fully relaxed, dim the lights, keep the volume down, and let her set the pace on how loud and how bright the room gets. She'll open up more than you'd expect once she trusts that the space is truly, completely private. Rule number 5. She is watching how you treat her the morning after, not just the night before. Here's the part nobody warns you about, and it's the one that quietly ends more relationships than anything else on this list. In her mind, the real test isn't what happens in the bedroom. The test is what happens after. Does he still look at me the same way at breakfast? Does he still speak kindly to me in front of his friends the next day? Or was last night just something he wanted and now he's already checked out, already scrolling his phone, already acting like a different man entirely? A lot of Filipinas have been burned before by foreign men who were affectionate for one night and cold by morning, sometimes even cold by the time the sun came up. So she is quietly grading you the entire next day, even while smiling and making you breakfast like nothing is being evaluated at all. Small things matter enormously here. Making her coffee before she asks, asking if she slept well, um, not rushing her out the door like she overstayed her welcome. I know a man who lost a wonderful woman simply because he checked his phone the entire next morning and barely spoke 10 words to her before she left. She never said a word about it to him directly. She just quietly stopped answering his messages within a week. If you pass this morning after test, she opens up more each time, layer by layer. If you fail it, she starts pulling back emotionally, even if she stays physically close for other reasons like convenience or comfort. Real quick, before I get into the rest, if Marian is making sense to you so far, do me one small favor and tap that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps me keep making these videos just for you, and it makes sure you never miss the next one. Okay, come closer, because this next part is the one most men get completely wrong. Rule number 6. Faith still sits quietly in the room with you, even when you can't see it. The Philippines is one of the most religious countries in the world, and that doesn't disappear just because two adults are behind closed doors together. Many Filipinas, especially the more traditional or older ones, carry a quiet guilt or hesitation around intimacy outside of marriage. Even if they genuinely want to be with you, even if they've chosen to stay with you for years. You might notice her whisper a small prayer before or after, or get quiet and thoughtful afterward, or bring up marriage sooner in the relationship than you expected or were ready for. This isn't manipulation, and it isn't her trying to trap you into anything. It's a genuine internal conflict between what she was raised to believe growing up in church every Sunday and what she actually wants right now with you in this moment. I've heard from men who teased their partner about this, made jokes about her being religious in bed of all places, and the woman shut down completely for days afterward, sometimes longer. The men who understand this instead, who treat her faith with a little gentleness and don't dismiss it as old fashioned nonsense, tend to earn a much deeper and more lasting loyalty. The men who mock her faith usually lose her respect fast, even if she never explains exactly why things suddenly feel colder between you. Rule number 7. Gifts and gestures matter more than performance ever will. A lot of Western men walk into this thinking intimacy is some kind of competition to win, some skill to be impressive at, like there's a scoreboard somewhere keeping track. Filipinas, especially the mature ones, who've been around long enough to know better, care far more about how appreciated they feel than how skilled you are technically. A small gift beforehand, nothing expensive, even just her favorite snack from the market. A genuine compliment about how she looks, not just her body, but her face, her smile. the effort she clearly put into getting ready for you, remembering something small she mentioned last week, and bringing it up again unprompted. These things build more real heat than any amount of technique ever could on its own. I've heard it from woman after woman in my own conversations. The men who make them feel cherished outside the bedroom get far more warmth and enthusiasm inside it. The men who only show up affectionate when they want something from her get exactly that in return, and absolutely nothing more, no matter how hard they try to make up for it afterward. Rule number 8. What happens between you two stays between you two, and she expects that same discipline back from you. This is maybe the most sacred rule on this entire list. Filipinas do talk to their sisters, their best friends, sometimes even their own mothers, about relationships in general terms, about how they feel, about whether they're happy, but specifics, the actual details of what happens in the bedroom, that stays locked away completely. And she expects the exact same respect back from you, no exceptions. If you brag to your expat buddies at the bar about her, if you joke about her in some group chat with other foreigners, if you describe her to your friends like a trophy you've won, word travels faster than you'd ever imagine, especially in smaller cities and provinces where it feels like everyone somehow knows everyone else. The moment she even suspects that you talk, the trust between you is gone, and it rarely, if ever, comes back the same way it was before. I know a man who lost a 5-year relationship over exactly this, one careless comment repeated back to her through a mutual friend, and she never fully trusted him again after that, even though he apologized for months. The men who actually build something real and lasting with a Filipina are the ones who treat what happens between the two of you like it belongs to nobody else on earth. Guard it the way she guards it, and you'll be the exception instead of becoming another cautionary tale her friends whisper to each other over coffee. So there you have it. 8 rules that most Western men never learn until they've already made every single mistake in the book. Modesty outside, boldness inside, once the door is closed and locked, confidence that only deepens with age instead of fading with it, cleanliness as an act of respect, not vanity, quiet as survival, learned young and carried for life. Before you go, if you're serious about finding real love in the Philippines, I've put everything I know into one honest guide: how to make any Filipina want you. The mindset, where to meet genuine women, the green flags, the red flags, all of it. It's the playbook I wish every good man had before he came here. Grab your ebook in the description or in the pinned comment, and I'll see you there.